To the elective conference certainly has been plagued with delays, so hopefully this could be the weekend that could decide everything. Let's welcome to eNCA's South Africa Tonight, Loyiso Magqashela, spokesperson for the ANC in the Eastern Cape. Loyiso, good evening. Thanks for your time in speaking to us. So it seems this is now the third time. Could third time be the charmer? Could we get to the end of the weekend with no drama? Good evening.
Good evening, Gareth. Good evening to the viewers as well. I can confidently say we will, without any drama, get to the conference because at least there's a mood that is very friendly and comrades do understand each other from both angles, if I may put it that way. And the only drama that you can see is just the members of the ANC expressing jubilation over their preferences, which of course is just a two-horse race, conference.
So there was a task team in the province, Loyiso, that was, they called for a meeting with the senior leaders of the ANC Eastern Cape, Paul Mashatile, the ANC Treasurer General even having to get involved. Why did we have to get the big boys of the ANC involved? Was it that messy?
Not at all, not at all. You see, when you are getting ready for a gathering as big as the conference of the ANC in the province, you definitely need senior leadership to get briefed about the proceedings because they are there to supervise, they are there to guide, they are there to monitor. So it has to be overseen by them so that everything else is well understood, that you are well on course in terms of the preparations, because you can't have leadership seated there, not exactly knowing what's the state of affairs, only to realize that, things have not been done accordingly. Then there's a collapse in the final analysis when we are expected to start, with the conference. That is why then you have from time to time brief senior leadership in as far as preparations are concerned. Otherwise, we had no stalemate, we had nothing. We were just briefing leadership. Also, with the tasks that were given to them by ourselves for resolution, they come and update us in terms of the how far part in resolving those matters. That is the reason why we had to sit with the TG.
Yeah, the Treasurer General getting involved as well. There were a couple of issues that had to be discussed, weren't there, Loyiso, which you say have been handled quite well. Are we looking at visuals just off air at the moment of a lot of excitement outside the elective conference for the registration? Many happy and excited ANC members. But are they going to be happy at the end of this, regardless of the result, Loyiso? The reason I'm asking is because you'll know the provincial task team, one of the issues they had to deal with was the pending cases in the National Disciplinary Committee of Appeals with a number of those attending the conference and the delegates. What happens if someone is at the delegation and is at the conference that's part of a DC at the moment? That could cause problems, couldn't it?
Yes, look, anyone who is facing DC, the leadership has to adjudicate. Anyone who is faced with a court case, the leadership has to adjudicate on all those matters. Then that would be the reason. Otherwise, it's not going to create any problems for us after this jubilation, because we will be getting into the conference, discuss credentials, because even as we speak, senior leadership from national office is part of the registration. They are there at the registration point. Some are deployed in different conference committees, executing their responsibilities there, so that as and when we get to plenary tomorrow, it's all systems go. Everything else that could have been a challenge has been resolved.
How good of friends?
We do not foresee.
How good of friends are Babalo and Oscar Mabuyane? They're saying they're good friends. Is that the sense you get?
Definitely, and I know them. I happen to work with them. I can attest to that. There's no bad blood between the two. It's just the conference issues where one would be really approached and then so decides to stand. But they continuously talk to each other on a regular basis. I understand them to be close comrades.
I want to take us back to an issue from a couple of weeks ago, Loyiso. I'm sure you won't mind me asking you this at all, but an article in Mail and Guardian saying how an Eastern Cape region, ANC Eastern Cape region, became a gangster's paradise. The Mail and Guardian citing Dr. Rubusana region. What does it look like there at the moment? There are worrying concerns about political violence in the region. What's the latest?
Look, when elective conference comes, there will always be tensions, tempers. They tend to run high because the comrades are contesting leadership. Comrades are, eager to make sure that their preferred candidates in the conference, they see the light of day. But that we can confirm that the area of Dr. W.B. Rubusana is not a gangster zone. We cannot qualify it in that way. I think I spoke about it earlier on. It was not, in fact, referring to Dr. Rubusana, but rather Nelson Mandela, of the violence and the killings that are taking place in that region. But I can say to you confidently, the mood is, the atmosphere is actually calm now and dying down because we have gone past the stage of branch general meetings, where branches are really jostling for their preferred candidates and who then becomes the delegate to conference. And now we are at conference door. No one now is fighting to win a delegate, but delegates have been nominated, have been elected. They are going there to represent their respective branches. So the mood, the tension that has been there has calmed down. Of course, it would always be like that, but what we condemn is the use of violence during that process. Otherwise, the mood is off.
Let's certainly hope that is the end of the violence. Of course, our reporters are down there. We'll have ongoing coverage of the ANC elective conference in the Eastern Cape. My huge thanks to the ANC Eastern Cape spokesperson, Mr. Loyiso Magqashela, joining us tonight here on eNCA. Now,